Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody guys, let's take a look in the gold market as usual. So currently in the market, not only in the gold but in general in all markets, we have the really, let's call it as specific or not common, the background. So the euro spreading is it's really bad surprise for the whole world, and in general, well, it makes negative impact across the board. But if we'll take a look at the price behavior of the gold market on the high time frames, on the monthly chart for example, despite the background, we see the normal reaction on the market on the long-term targets and resistance. So market has hit the major XOP on the monthly chart, and we see a reasonable retracement that has started here. So actually we talked about overextending of the market a few weeks before that, when we talked about the safety net long position that is highly situated, and we said that is the first call of the common retracement. Of course we just couldn't know what particular driving factor will be on the market and what particular will trigger the downward action. But in general, when you see the some fundamental common things, sooner or later, but will make impact in the market, and you will see the reaction that actually we have right now. In today's weekly report, we trying to understand by the fundamental background that we have in the market what we could expect in the nearest future and in the longer term perspective. So in the nearest future, guys, we think that well, market could remain under pressure because currently the market stands under expectation of the multiple rate cut from the Fed and other central banks. We are meeting with this major sell-off on all assets. This market trying to run in cash and just sit on the hands and look around a bit and see what is going on, because when you have cash, you always could invest in it. That forces market participants, investors to accumulate cash and run out on all assets, and gold market's not an exclusion. So, but in the longer term perspective, the situation stands blurry and mostly depend on the consequences of the virus epidemic, and well, this could be different, let's call it. So, if you like to, for more details, you could read a fundamental part of our research. Meantime, in the shorter term perspective, we will follow the technical steps that we already have in place. So let's start from the daily chart. On the daily, actually this run and this collapse creates nicely looking bearish engulfing pattern on the weekly chart. Here's market also coming from the major XOP, weekly overbought, and it's also yearly pivot resistance mark. So really significant resistance cluster. And we would like to play with the weekly engulfing pattern. As you know, the common shape of the market when it deals with the engulfing pattern on any time frame. First, there is appearing of the engulfing. Second, it's minor retracement or some moderate retracement inside of the body of the engulfing, and then extension. That's what we would like to play here with this pattern. As you can see on the daily chart, this engulfing pattern is taking the shape of the hand and shoulders. So butterfly has been completed. Now we're coming to the neckline. Then it should be right arm, where a particular need to consider entry possibility on the short side of the market, and then it should be some kind of the extension, some kind of the A, B, C, top, D pattern. So that's approximately that we would like to follow. That's major setup. Secondary setups that we have is a byproduct of this major setup. For example, scalp traders could consider the ability to take in the long position as well, somewhere around the neckline, because here you can see you could get the number of fib levels. So I draw here a level from this point reaction point because this is particularly the point where a rally has started. But you also could build levels from that lows, from the major lows. That will be an area around 1548, 1554. So and that could provide the support which actually should push market high to the top of the right arm. So theoretically, this context for trading also exists, but as it stands too fast and too short term, we're mostly focused on the largest stops that we have on the daily. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have major A, B, C top XOP target. Market, by the way, on the daily chart extremely oversold. XOP has not been reached yet. It's 1556, and it creates an agreement with the fib level that I have shown on the daily chart. So that will be agreement support where a particular market could start upward bounce. As the direction, as the final target of this possible upward retracement, we should consider first this level, 1609, 1607, 1614, because it corresponds harmonically, as you can see, to the previous top, where the left arm is standing. So that creates confidence resistance right around the previous top. But also, we do not exclude totally the possibility of the reaction to this 1638, because in general, this momentum is very strong. And since this momentum, we haven't got any moderate retracement. So theoretically, it's also possible action to the 1638. In general, we could call it as the extreme type of the bread bar or something of that sort. Currently, it is impossible to say what particular will be final target, because for that purpose we need to see the way how market will show the upward reaction. So if, for example, we will get some kind of the ABCD, we will be able to estimate it with more precision. Currently, it's difficult to say, and let's focus first on this level, and then we will see what will happen next. That's our short-term plan for the gold. So first we are waiting for XOP, then the bounce up to the approximately 1614 area. This is the preliminary estimation of the target, and then downward extension in kind of a large A, B, C top deep action, somewhere to the 1535 maybe. The target will estimate later. So currently for us, the major task is to get a good entry with this daily hand and shoulder special.